Hey, what's up? Welcome to the last part of our tutorial. In this video, I'm gonna add online user storing functionality to our chat, and I'm gonna use Gproc. This Erlang service, Erlang module, to easily and quickly register and look up processes in Erlang and also in Elixir. So let's open up hex.pm and find gproc in the list of available packages. So I'm gonna copy that line and open up your project and mix.exs and add gproc to your dependencies, and also to the list of applications. Save this file and open your terminal and type mix deps get. Okay, I've already installed gproc, and let's try to compile. Mix deps compile. Meanwhile, I have created a little helper. So meanwhile, let's add these styles to our CSS. So open your web static CSS chat and add these styles at the very bottom of our file. Save this file. Okay. Now I'm gonna create new file. So under lib schlag directory, create new file which is called online users.ex. Okay, so and I'm gonna paste this code here. So very small module, but it works just fine. It's just amazing. So let's save this file, and later on I'll explain how gproc works within our application. But before, we need to change our channel, rooms channel. So first go to channels room channel, and here, yes, so inside join function, add this line of code. Control C, Control V. Okay, let's go further and add this line to this handle info function. So this function with arguments of room ID and user of this user. Save this file. Let's go further, go to our terminate function, and right after this line I'm gonna add this line, delete daily user with these arguments. Save that and open up our static app.js and make some changes. So first let's go to this line and add another component. First let's change here we should wrap these components into list, so we'll be able to add new component, and the component will be online users. Alright, now right under this app module, this app component, I'm gonna add our online users component. Alright, now that we here I'm gonna use the chat property or prop, which is called online users. So we will store online users in this prop. So let's go to our chat and add online users prop. And add this hook, a new hook, so it will be called Ctrl+C, user list updated. Okay, let's save this file. I guess we don't need our helper, so let's go to our terminal and type ix mix Phoenix server. And open up our page. Okay, I've registered with Ulan, so let's open Talk, and now you see the list of online users is updated. We have my name in the online users list, so let's try to log in as another user. We have Joe, so let's log in as Joe. Okay, Joe is logged in. Right. So now we have Ulan in talk Ned Stark. So let's join another user, Joe. Okay, Joe joins, and now we see our online users list immediately updates. Now we have Joe. And for example, if I just quit and leave this room, so let's go to Jon Snow. Now we have online users just Ulan, and here just Joe, and after that I'm gonna join to Jon Snow, and now we have properly updated user list. So let's try to figure out how Gproc works inside our application. So first let's go to our newly created module, which is called online users, and now note that we use Gen server behavior from Erlang or Elixir, and this function init is called immediately after we call start link function. So now you see inside our channel we call this function Gen server start link and pass this argument room ID. So in our case our ID of this room will be 1. So here will be 1, and after that immediately this function is called with this argument, which is equals to our room ID, and we register with Gproc this process with the name of our talk. In our case it will be 1. Okay, and pass this empty list. So currently we don't have any users inside, just empty list. And after that, immediately when we call this event user joined, we call this function add user to our room ID and user with username, current username. We pass username with our payload under new user. So username will be here. Right, now add user. Now we call this function add user with arguments talk of user and cast with Gen server. If you are familiar with Gen server, you obviously, of course, you know this function cast. So we cast with Gproc the name talk. So this is a pit. It returns the pit of started with start link, and pass this the name of our function and the data user and talk. And after that immediately we have this function handle cast of add user and this data and the current state. The current state is empty list for now. We don't have any users, so Jon Snow before we joined this talk was empty, so empty list. And now you see of course nice inspect, so we have this message, we have the name and the talk name and the process pit and the current state. The users list is updated. Okay, and after that we immediately broadcast to all subscribers of that room. So anyone who is joined to our room of Jon Snow, let me just close our terminal, as immediately they receive this message: user list updated, with the payload of user plus state. So if you know what that means, it means we append to our current list, append our user new item, and just return no reply in the new state. Okay, now we should handle this event. So let's go to our app.js, and now you see that after we handle this event, user list updated, we just assign the prop of chat online users to the payload users, to this this list. And after that, just redraw that component. And when we have redraw, so let's go to our online users component. So we have online users, and we just return the list of our users. Seems pretty straightforward and easy. And now how we handle exit event or leave event. Okay, the same thing, the same functionality, just go to terminate, and we should call the new function of del user or delete user, pass this argument of room ID and current username. Let's go to our online users. We have this function del user, similar like in this function. We just cast via gproc and provide this data del user and user talk, and just handle cast. Very similar, I guess. I would just join these two functions, but just leave this as is. Okay, now we broadcast another event, user list updated immediately. So after we broadcast, immediately this list is updated and user is gone. User which is left is gone from this list. Okay, and now I'm gonna just check if our current state is empty list. So if we don't have any user here in our room, we just don't need to leave this process registered, in gproc. So we can just unregister this process. So I will call this function gproc unreg name with a local and talk. Just unregister this process. We don't need to look up this process. But before this, calling this function, we should check if this process exists here. Okay, we don't want to register another process with the same name, so it will not work if we have already process registered. So we just check if process exists. So if we have this process, just okay. otherwise return not found. And here we'll check, if not found, just register. If we have this process with the name of our talk, current talk, just return OK. So save this, and seems like it's working. And we can, of course, we can check in terminal. So first I'm gonna register to our Netstark, join to our Netstark, and here I will join to Netstark. We have Ulan Joe, and in Jon Snow there is no users. So let's try to find with Gproc. Remember that Jon Snow has ID of 1, so just type where, provide name, local, and the name of our talk. See that? We have undefined, so we don't have this process registered in Gproc. But let's try to join to Jon Snow. We have user Ulan, and just call this function once more time, and we have Pete registered. Okay, so this works. And let's repeat. Now we have undefined. So we don't store unused process in our Gproc. Okay, so let's try to join with from another tab. So I'm just gonna test. Okay, so let's try to reboot our server. Okay, I'm gonna join to Jon Snow, and let's join to Jon Snow one more time. Okay, and I'm gonna join to Jon Snow from another tab, and let's watch what's. Okay, now we have, yeah, this is the issue, because if we try to join to our current talk Jon Snow from another tab, we see we have 2 users Ulan repeating. Since this is a different process, absolutely different process from this tab and from this tab, our processes register absolutely independently, but they have the same name. Okay, so I'm gonna just remove this name from here. Okay. So where we can do it? Probably here. So when we add user and we have this state, so we should check if we have unique names. So let's try to create users, new variable, and call this function enum unique and this list. And here I'm gonna just change to users. And the same thing here, I guess. Alright, just remove unnecessary brackets. Okay, and here I'm gonna pass this variable users. Okay, so let's reload our server. And don't forget about Joe. Okay, now join to Jon Snow. We have Joe joined to our talk. And here we have Ulan joined. And let's try to join from here. Okay, now we have only 2 unique names. And I'm gonna close this tab and note that user list isn't changed. So seems like it's working. So let's try hello Joe. Alright, I'm gonna create a database. Remember that before we start our server we should create database. Control C, Control B. Okay, databases already exist, so just type ixs mix Phoenix server once more time. Reload our pages. Okay, let's wait until watch is established. Okay, join to Jon Snow and type hello Joe. Oh, I'm gonna join as Joe. Okay, hello Joe. And Joe says hello. Long. Okay, messages are working. Online users list is properly updating. Okay, and here. Okay, it's working. Now we have only Ulan. So seems like Gproc is working properly here, but note that this argument L, which means local, so that means Gproc is configured to work only inside one node, so it will work only locally. If you want to configure Gproc globally, so it will work across the cluster of nodes. You should pass the different options, like from here you should pass G, and also you should configure gen leader, so you'll find all the documentation here in Gproc. Seems like our tutorial is, so our application is ready, and this is all. So thanks for watching, and follow my next tutorials. Bye bye.